Hey, what's up, my swaggers? Gamer Guy 7 Ace is here today, and I don't know about you, but I know I'm not the only one who feels that Sonic Generations 3DS was a huge opportunity missed. Now, I'm not talking about Generations HD for the consoles. That was great. That was a masterpiece, you know? I love that game as a GOAT. I'm just talking about the handheld version, the 3DS, and I just really feel like it was a missed opportunity with the shorter levels, with the shorter amount of levels, how it just copied the console version. And what pissed me off was when I remember Dimps, when they were coming out the game, they were marketing saying, oh, we're going to give more attention to the handheld games. We're going to give more attention to the handheld games of Sonic, and they only did it for Sonic Rush. That's it. Sonic Colors DS doesn't count because that also came out on the Wii, and if that's what they meant, then they can go screw themselves. But I was very upset, and I always wanted to make this video, but I wanted to do my research first because I honestly have not played any of the Game Gear Sonic games or the handheld much, or even the advanced games much, so I really wanted to go through the levels and see which ones that I would want to be in 3DS. But this video is how I would fix, or how to fix, Sonic Generations 3DS. Honestly, it should have had more handheld levels. There shouldn't have been a single level from the consoles besides the first, which was Green Hill Zone from Sonic 1, and the last, which was Tropical Resort from Sonic Colors. Everything in between should have been strictly handheld titles. And I'm going to go through the list here of what everything should have been, reconstructing. Like, I really wish Sonic Generations 3DS could have just been remade, because this would have been good. I mean, it got like a 60-something% rating. Just everybody overlooked Generations 3DS because it was mediocre, and it was the first, you know, hit Dimps took for the handheld games. It was the first truly mediocre title for Dimps handheld Sonic games, and it just got worse with Lost World, and then they just quit. So let's start with the first era, the Genesis era. Okay, first of all, what I want to say is, all the levels that were after Green Hill Zone in the 3DS version, we're talking about Casino Night from Sonic 2, Mushroom Hill from Sonic 3 Knuckles, what else? Emerald Coast from SA1, Radical Highway from SA2. All of those should have been put in the console version of Sonic Generations. We should have had like 2 zones per game in Sonic Generations HD. So altogether, we should have had like 18 levels in that game instead of 9. But it's okay, it's okay. I'm talking about the handheld version right now. So besides Green Hill Zone, obviously it had to start from Green Hill Zone because Sonic 1 was also for the Game Gear, and there's Green Hill. Well, what other level are we going to put? Turquoise Hill Zone? Let's just put Green Hill Zone. But instead of calling it the Genesis era, it should have been called the Game Gear era. Now, besides Sonic 2 and Sonic 3 and Knuckles, we should have gotten Sonic Chaos and Sonic Triple Trouble. So the Game Gear era should have been Sonic 1, Sonic Chaos, and Sonic Triple Trouble. Now, here are the 2 levels that I feel should have been in that era. For Sonic Chaos, the level we should have gotten should have been Gigalopolis, or Gigalopolis. I don't know how you pronounce it, guys. Let me know if it's Gigaopolis or Gigaopolis, but that one would have been good. You know, I looked at all the levels in Sonic Chaos. There wasn't really any of them that were really memorable to me, but Gigaopolis really looks pretty good because it's supposed to be a construction urban environment. So I know it would definitely have to be extremely reimagined on the 3DS, but I can just picture this construction urban environment, you know, environment that, you know, is under construction, under work through Eggman or whatever, and Sonic is racing in it. Of course, classic Sonic will be similar to the Game Gear version. Modern Sonic will be completely different, reimagined, and that would be great because I know what Dimps was doing, especially for the classic era, they pretty much stayed true to the level design for the classic games. And then when it was modern, it was remixed. I would not mind this at all since the Game Gear games are 8-bit, and you know, they're very dated. So to see them in 480p standard definition, much improved graphics would be awesome. I wouldn't even care if the level design wouldn't have changed much for classic Sonic, but we should have gotten that. And for Sonic Triple Trouble, the level we should have gotten is, of course, Sunset Park. I mean, Sunset Park is the most popular 8-bit Sonic level, mainly because of the track, the music track for that level. But I mean, that level is just so original. It's a dilapidated, rundown, multi-story railway system. And it would have been awesome, like a railway. Kind of reminds me of that Railroad Canyon level of Sonic Heroes. I forgot the name of it, Railway Canyon or whatever. But that would have been a nice level for Sonic Triple Trouble Sunset Park. And yeah, and I really feel like this will be similar with the original 3DS stages too, because Casino Night was in the 3DS version, and Gigapolis, you know, it kind of gives that vibe a little bit. And you got Mushroom Hill, you know, and Sunset Park. They're both set in the sunset, and so it would be similar but focus more on the handheld games, and it will be original. So the next era was only 2 games, the Dreamcast era, Sonic Adventure 1 and 2. But we should have gotten the Advance era on the 3DS version, and it should have been Sonic Advance 1, 2, and 3. Now the Advance, I mean, come on. So shocked that they didn't put any level from Sonic Advance games. Sonic Advance is the most memorable of Sonic Handheld's games besides Sonic Rush. So for Sonic Advance 1, we should have gotten Ice Mountain Zone. And I know Ice Mountain Zone, a lot of people get that mixed up with Ice Paradise. So I feel like Ice Mountain Zone should be combined with Ice Paradise for sure, because it's a memorable stage, you know, in Advance besides Casino Paradise. And we definitely need an ice stage. We didn't get any ice zone in either the console or handheld version of Generation. So Ice Mountain Zone would have been the you know, the token ice themed levels. So that would have been good. For Sonic Advance 2, we should have got a Music Plant Zone. Hands down, that is the most memorable stage in Advance 2 and one of the most memorable stages in the whole Sonic Advance trilogy. So, I mean, come on, it's Music Plant. Anytime I think of Sonic Advance 2, I think of Music Plant Zone. It's also a very nice original level, and it's really the only level I can think of in Sonic games that's music themed, has musical notes and all that. So that would have been good. For Sonic Advance 3, obviously, Route 99. I mean, come on, they actually had a remix track of that for Sonic Generations console version. So we should have Route 99 or Route 99. It's the only memorable stage in that game. Honestly, Sonic Advance 3 doesn't have that many memorable stages. A lot of the stages to me were kind of rehashed versions of previous Advance games. Like there was a level that was taken out from a Music Plant Zone, but it was a different name. But Route 99 would have been really good, and yeah, I know it would have been another city themed, and so there's a lot of city themed levels for the handheld version too, like a Gigapolis, you know, you got Route 99. But I mean, with this list, there would have been a lot of variety, you know, a lot more variety than even the console version. So we're done with the Advance era. Would have been way more appealing than the Dreamcast era, which should have been console only. Then the final era, instead of it being the modern era, which we just got Rush and Colors DS, we should have gotten the Rush era, which would have been Rush, Rush Adventure, and Colors DS. Now, oh crap, I forgot Rush. Yeah, Sonic Rush Water Palace can remain. I mean, I forgot to say, Green Hill Zone, Water Palace, and Tropical Resort are the only 3 levels out of the 7 that can still remain in 3DS. So I liked Water Palace. You know, it was a water theme level. It was good. I remember when we first got images for that level, a lot of people were thinking it would be Windmill Isle or Apotos from Sonic Unleashed, but it ended up being Sonic Rush stage, Water Palace, and I wish we would have gotten more of the handheld stages. Now the next one, I mean, come on, why didn't they put a Rush Adventure stage? The Rush era would have been the easiest. Rush Adventure was pretty hard because there's a lot of nice levels in Rush Adventure. I was thinking between Haunted Ship and Sky Babylon, but Sky Babylon would have been a little too much like Sky Sanctuary, so I think we would have gotten Haunted Ship. It would really play towards the whole pirate themed of Rush Adventure. Rush Adventure was very pirate themed. So yeah, we would have gotten Haunted Ship as the most dynamic level in the game. And you know, it's kind of like that haunted spooky level, which, you know, we haven't gotten in Sonic games in a while. So that would have been nice, and it's pirate themed. That would have been great. And then obviously for Colors DS Tropical Resort. So that is my whole list of levels that should have been in Sonic Generations 3DS. We would have had a total of 3 eras: the Game Gear era, which is Sonic 1 Green Hill, Sonic Chaos, which is Gigapolis, Sonic Triple Trouble, which is Sunset Park, and the Advance era, which would have been Ice Mountain Zone from Advance 1, Music Plant Zone from Advance 2, Route 99 from Advance 3, and the Rush era, which would have been the easiest era, because I mean, we already have 2 down. Water Palace from Rush, Haunted Ship from Rush Adventure, and Tropical Resort from Colors DS. Now for the bosses, I still think the rivals should remain this. Actually, no, I think the rivals should be different. The Game Gear era, yes, the rivals should still be Metal Sonic And instead of it being the races, we should have, like, we should have original boss themes. Like, I don't know where Sonic fought Metal Sonic in the Game Gear. I want you guys to let me know which level Sonic fought Metal Sonic in the Game Gear games, because I actually do not know that. And yeah, for the rival boss in the Advanced era, I also don't know. And was Shadow ever in the Advanced games? I don't think so. So I don't know which rival we should have gotten for the Advanced era, but I don't think it should have been Shadow, because Shadow was a Dreamcast only, so we could have gotten Emerald or something. Let me guys know. I think it should have been Emerald. He was a nice rival. But if there's any other rival in the Advanced era, let me know. And obviously for Rush era, we should have gotten Blaze. Blaze was Sonic's rival in the Rush era. So that's what we should have gotten, I think. Metal Sonic from Game Gear era, Emerald from Advanced era, and Blaze the Cat from the Rush era. For the bosses, now as much as I love Big Arm Boss, we should have gotten a different boss for the Game Gear era. I don't really know what we could have gotten. I didn't do my research on that, so I want you guys to let me know what bosses could we have gotten from the Game Gear era. I'm thinking something along the lines of Chaos or Triple Trouble. For the Advanced era, also I don't really know which boss we should have gotten, but it would have been from the Advanced era. And the Rush era, the boss I think that should have been there is obviously something from Rush or Rush Adventure. I think the bosses are more memorable from Rush, so we should have gotten a boss from the Rush games. Maybe Bomber Barbara? You know that one, like the bomb, like that song. It sounds like Michael Jackson. We should definitely have gotten that as a boss, mainly for the music, because that would have been remixed so well. And yeah, so yeah, that's what I think would have been all the stages for Generations 3DS, the rivals, and the bosses. I want you guys and gals to let me know which bosses you would want for every era. The special stage I think should remain the same, even though it's Heroes themed. I really don't know any other way. But that's about it. If those were all the levels, Generations 3DS would have been a lot more memorable than it was. I wouldn't even need the 99 missions. I mean, there were, I think, 99 missions Generation 3DS, but let's be honest. How many of you actually played them all? Because you can only access them with Street Play coins, or with play coins that you get from Street Pass. And it was just crazy. It was too much of a hassle, so I don't think anybody completed the missions. It was just a terrible game design to do that. Let me know what you guys and gals think. And yeah, I really enjoy making this video because, you know, one can dream. I really wish we got that kind of version of Sonic Generations 3DS. But alright guys, you know what to do. Comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Hit the bell button. And yeah, stay tuned for my next video when I will be comparing Sonic Unleashed with Mario Odyssey. So until next time, swag out.